Hey, Shalom. First, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. The honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, the house of David. Let's get into this. This is gonna be, my breaking bread part 2. I kind of got disorganized and had to handle some things. We back at it, and with this time we just gonna run through it, because I think last time I just went through the first few verses, but this time I'm gonna let the little audio book play out. Like, he got a little audio function on here, so I'm gonna let that play out. Let me cut this volume up. Nice up. Alright, I'm gonna let it play out, and I'm gonna give my give my pieces of bread. Give my pieces of understanding to you. Alright, let's begin.
Ecclesiastes 1, the words of the preacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem. Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher, vanity of vanities, all is vanity. What profit hath a man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun? One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. The sun also erreth, and the sun goeth down, and hasteth to his place where he arose. The wind goeth toward the south, and turneth about unto the north. It whirleth about continually, and the wind returneth again according to his circuits.
Con had to let that go by first before I said anything. But cause I remember I had gotten the first one. It said, look, the words of the preacher, the son of David. You think of two people when you hear that. Well, mainly one, especially if you just say this in front of the people of this age, they're gonna say that's Yahweh Shai. They're gonna call him JC, but they're gonna say that's Yahweh Shai. But when we know when we're reading from him, it's who? It's Solomon, who is Yahweh Shai. In a reincarnation. It said vanity of vanities, the preacher. It said vanity of vanities, said the preacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. He goes into why. He goes into why he thinks that. Why? Because everything you built for yourself is gonna go away. You gonna leave it. I ain't gonna say it's gonna leave you. It can leave you due to circumstances. It can leave you due to circumstances. But you gonna leave it. Why? Because you gonna die one day. You gonna die one day. It's gonna be left to the next man. In our age, it's gonna be left to the government. But the Wadi Habashim Al Shah, there's no next go around. There's no next go around after this for this kingdom, for this wicked setup. For this wicked setup, there's no next go around. This ends here in this lifetime. The next round, the next wake up. The next time you wake up, once you make it out here, like if you pass from this life during this time, the next time you do wake up, the next time you do reincarnate, it's gonna be in everlasting peace, everlasting joy. This man and the rest of the nations in bondage, being forced to clean up this earth, being forced to do right. It's gonna be the next wake up. The next wake up is gonna be in peace. And this place is just gonna be remembered as a nightmare. Let's continue this.
All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Unto the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again. All things are full of labor, man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Is there any
And there is no new thing under the sun. Why? Because everything been done before. Everything been done before. You know? To do something new, you have to branch out. You have to branch out into the heavens, outer space. You know? Everything's been done before. You know, just with different tools. Different tools. You had poetry in the past, you got poetry now. You know, then the styling probably changed up. You know. But you had it back then. You had hip talk, slang talk. That was Yahweh Shema Shai used through all the scriptures. You got that now with his people. Hell, even the whole world copy how the so-called black person talk. How Israelites will talk. You know? A lot of slang, a lot of dapping up, you know. You know? You know, there's no new thing on the sun. You know, these people, how they treat you, how these people return to folly, you know, the ways of the people, you know, or punishments, how things are set up, how things fall down. You know, none of it's new. None of it's new because it happened in the past, it's going to happen again. You know? You know, because this age, let me say it like this, this age is the child of former ages. You know, this age is the child of former ages. You know? Other kingdoms. You know? Because what, you gonna have something like America operates like what? Rome. You know? Each kingdom, you know, somewhat operated like the prior kingdom. You know? You know, but especially America, most definitely America, because what? This place is Rome reloaded. You know, it's Rome back in its reincarnation. You know? You know, there's nothing new on the sun. You know? Things come back. But let's continue.
Thing whereof it may be said, see, this is new, it hath been already of old time, which was before us. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. Either
God, because when you reincarnate, what? You don't have no memories of the past. You don't have no memories of the former life. You know? And it's like I brought out yesterday on the highways and hedges. Because we were talking about judgment for like what happened to little kids, what happened to old folks. You know, you probably think it's unfair, but you don't know the doings of that spirit. You don't know the doings of that spirit. You know? And his example I use is like a man, he committed all crimes worthy of death. You know, but he gets in an accident that causes him to forget, you know, that causes him to have amnesia. When that man wake up because he don't know about it, what is he innocent? Is he innocent? Just because he forgot about his crimes, because he woke up with amnesia, is he innocent? No, he's still guilty. You know? The family he's wronged will still want vindication. You know, the family he's wrong will still want vindication. You know, that's how you look at it. That's how you look at judgment. You know, judgment. You know, hey, Cause what they said, what they said about that man who was blind. He said, was he born blind because of his sin or his parents' sin? But Yahweh Shem Asai said neither. It's for the for his for roughly paraphrasing, for his works doing, for that moment. But no one's innocent. We all messed up in our current life, on our past life. We all messed up at some point. The only person who got it right was Yahweh Shai. Let's continue.
The preacher was king over Israel in Jerusalem, and I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. This sore travail hath God given to the sons of man to be exercised therewith. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and, behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. I communed with mine own.
That which is crooked can't be made straight. What do you think about when you hear that? Esau, Edom. You can't save the wicked. The wicked gonna be wicked work, because scripture says his spirit is not upright in him. His spirit is not upright in him. You can't load your hand in hand, the wicked will not go unpunished. You can't save this man. You can't save him. He don't want to be saved. He doesn't want to be saved. He wants rulership for himself. He wants godhood for himself. And he'll kill all y'all just to get it. And if he did get it, he'll still knock y'all off. Man, this man is the wicked. Let's continue.
Heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem. Yea, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge, and I gave my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also is vexation of spirit, for in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Ecclesiastes 2, I said in mine heart, go to...
I just want to tackle that chapter 1, So yeah, them breaking bread with child this morning as I make my way to work, So yeah. Good thing we almost out of here, man. You're not going to be subjugated to that damn alarm clock. Even when even say you get some freedom from that alarm clock, you're still subjugated to these payments. You're still subjugated to being around Edomite. You're still subjugated to being around 2/3. You're still subjugated to not having your own. Truly. So we almost out of here. The end of an era is here. It just have to end. Yahweh Shai just gotta put it to an end. We got the end. And Yahweh Shai just gotta Yahweh Shai just gotta come in and put a stop to everything, So with that, I hope you was edified. Again, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the whole elect, the house of David. Until next time, Yahweh willing, shalom.